When I snap my fingers, you will believe that dirt is the most precious thing ever. You will live your life gaining more dirt, and owning as much dirt as possible will be your main goal. You will believe that the person in your friend group with the most dirt is the most successful, and the more dirt you have, the more powerful you are. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? I mean, let's be honest, we are already doing this, but with one little adjustment, we use paper. It makes your day when you walk in the street and find a piece of paper. Some kill each other to have more of this paper. People spend their 9-to-5 jobs working to earn more paper, and all because we have been raised with the idea that this paper, called money, is somehow valuable. To be fair, it has taken us like thousands of years to get to the point where colorful pieces of paper make people go crazy. For most of human history, if you wanted something, you'd most likely have to trade for it. This is called bartering, and that's what society relied on for a very long period of time. However, there was an obvious problem with bartering. Imagine you were a farmer and you wanted to trade your potatoes for some medicine from a pharmacy, but they already had potatoes. Oops, now you have a problem. But since there was no standardized medium of exchange, this was something you had to deal with. Not to mention the lifespan of the potatoes. You see, back then if you were a farmer and all you could offer to people were potatoes, it was impossible for you to store your wealth, measured in potatoes, as it would simply degrade after some time. To avoid these issues, people started buying products that everyone always wanted and that could be stored for a long time, even if there was no need for them at the moment. This allowed them to keep these products, such as salt and weapons, and later trade them for something they actually needed. This was already pretty similar to the idea of nowadays money. But yet these products had intrinsic value, meaning they were valuable by their nature. However, as useful as products like salt were, the demand for them wasn't always stable. People had to come up with another, better medium of exchange that would always keep its value regardless of anything. It had to be rare because otherwise, due to the basic rules of economics, it wouldn't be valuable. So as a result, metal coins were created. First originating from Lydia and later spreading all over the globe, coins made of precious metals such as gold, silver, and bronze became the first standardized currency. You no longer had to depend on the wants of others and could trade for anything at any time. The 1-gram golden coin was worth 1 gram of gold, and everything was perfect. So wait, that means money was not an illusion? Hang on, because this is the part where we started getting tricked. Like in every fairy tale, the rich kings got greedy. They wanted more coins. So they started to mix the real golden coins with cheap metals in the aim to produce more of them, and therefore have more power. The golden coins mixed with some other cheap metals still had the same labels, but the same golden coin that you had before was not worth 1 gram of gold anymore. And this is when the illusion of money was born. Things started to get even trickier with the rise of international exploration. People were not satisfied anymore buying an apple from someone down the street. They wanted to have a pineapple from the other side of the world. Thus, to facilitate these exchanges, we started replacing these heavy and difficult to transport coins with certificates made out of paper. In order to convince people that these pieces of paper somehow had any value, rulers purposefully put their stamps or signatures on the certificates to ensure their reliability. And after realizing how efficient and easy trades became since such an invention, paper money has been used till these days, remaining to be a medium of exchange whose value is determined purely by the importance people place on it. Thus, even though the banknotes we use today cost less than 10 cents to produce, the illusion of the fiat currency system allows them to have a much higher purchasing power. Fiat currency is money made by the government that is not supported with anything physical like silver or gold, and their value comes solely from the government saying it does. Not to say that over 90% of today's money exists purely in a digital form, meaning they are just numbers on the screen with no physical appearance. But if it's so easy and cheap to produce money, then why not just make more to become richer and more powerful? And even though theoretically it sounds right, in practice it will have negative consequences on the entire economy and the purchasing power of the notes. The same $100 bill won't be able to buy the same things, and the currency will start losing its value. This process is called inflation, and that's the reason why so many things become more expensive every year. So, are we all being fooled? Kind of, but the goal of this video is not to undermine the importance of money. Money is arguably one of humanity's best inventions, and even though we understand that it's just an illusion, the system works and not many people complain.